A robbery suspect is dead after a late-night robbery.
Pistol. Back and shot an intruder breaking into her home.
911, what is your emergency?
A citizen, just like a police officer, have the right to defend themselves or defend others if they're in fear of death or serious bodily injury, and that right extends to using deadly force.
It happens very quickly. You don't have time to be thinking a whole lot. You know, you're basically on a self-preservation mode. It's all reflexes, okay? And you're just doing what I guess you should do, just to protect yourself. Being in a wheelchair, you're an automatic victim. I think that's what goes through people. They want to push over, literally. And I think that's why I'd have problems with people like this, because they think that I'm easy. Well, I guess I'm not. I was born in Milwaukee, graduated with honors, got a scholarship to a college, majored in math and physics, minored in business. I always loved electronics. I used to build all kinds of things. I still do. You know, I build electric circuits. A lot of that came from going to school and learning physics. My dad has given me a lot of engineering. He'd build everything. I learned a lot from him. Very loving guy, very hardworking. Frankly, I couldn't have had a better mother and father. I fix a lot of things. I got 3 cars. I do little projects like that. I basically try to do everything around here that I can handle. I was basically a very open person. I'd like to have some friends in Ocala. I haven't really met that many people in Ocala in 11 years that I can call really a good friend. So I would like to have a friend, so that's maybe why I'm a little more open. Obviously, after this incident, I'm going to be a little more careful. At the time, I was working on my truck, and I was trying to drain the antifreeze. And I was grumbling because it was a new car, and I don't like working on new cars. He appeared walking down the road.
Hey, sir, how you doing?
Hello.
Need some help?
Yeah, I could. I'm having problems. New car, newer than what I'm used to working on.
I understand that. Speaking of old cars, I saw your cars in the back there. Just gorgeous cars.
No, well, thank you.
Looks like you're trying to work on the radiator there.
I'm having trouble getting the antifreeze out of this truck. It's hard because I'm trying to pump it out this way and it just doesn't come.
Yeah, if you need a hand, I'll gladly help you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. My name's Gary.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
And he helped me out. We got the antifreeze out that day, which I didn't think I would do in one day. He was helpful, and I appreciate it. And then about 3 days after that, he called me up.
Hey, Gary, what's going on? It's Jeff.
Oh, hello.
And he had bought a car that he had problems with, and he had a flat tire.
Just need a favor if you got a minute.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
All right, see you then. Bye.
I went out there. It took me almost the whole day because we had troubles with rims, and he had to find a used tire to put on it.
Good news, I actually got it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Good.
There's no problem, though. I don't have all the cash.
And I had to lend him $30, which is okay. I don't mind helping people.
Okay.
Thanks.
How's that?
I'll be back.
And after that, the 3rd time I saw him, he wanted to pay me back by working. So he went and detailed my other car out and waxed it and cleaned it up for me. And I said, well, that's fine. At first, I didn't notice anything, unusual. His demeanor was, it wasn't, suspicious at first. Let's put it that way. He kept popping in and out, and it was getting to be a little bit, I was saying there's something wrong here. I just put on a little yellow light here and there because he was hanging around much too much. I didn't know what he really was looking for, obviously, and as time went on, it seemed like it was questionable. He didn't work, he had an accident, he had ruined his girlfriend's SUV, and he didn't have a license. He was driving around without a license. He was living in a house he wasn't paying rent on. He was selling antiques at a pawn shop. Well, where are you getting this stuff from? You know, so this kind of bothered me about him. I invited him over one day. It was right around Thanksgiving time. So I went through all the trouble and I cooked a meal and it was sitting there. But he didn't show up. But he didn't bother calling, which really kind of ticked me off. And when he came over, I thought, well, that's a good excuse, because now I can go and use that.
Sorry I couldn't make it.
Well, what happened? I went to trouble of fixing a nice meal. And
I just had this funeral I had to go to, and...
you know, he gave me an excuse he had a death in the family or something, okay, which didn't sound really believable for some reason. I don't know what to say.
I understand.
I didn't say I didn't want to see him. I just said, well, I don't really like that, and that's it. He didn't say anything, you know, he just walked away. And that was the last time I saw him. I said, okay, good, that's great. That's the way I wanted it. I didn't want to continue the relationship, but I didn't want to make him angry either.
Hey man, it's gonna be right up here on the left. Don't sweat anything about this. This is gonna be so easy. This guy's got a Thunderbird, a Mustang. I mean, it's all just there for the taking. Yeah, man, don't worry about a thing. This guy's a pushover, man. You do your thing, take care of the rest.
All right, whatever you say.
All right, let's do this, man. When you get up to the door, man, he's gonna come out, man. He's too nice of a guy. Just ask for like a jump or something, you know, like your car's broken. Don't sweat anything about this. This is gonna be so easy. This guy's got a Thunderbird, a Mustang. I mean, it's all just there for the taking. Yeah, man, don't worry about a thing. This guy's a pushover, man. You do your thing, take care of the rest.
All right, whatever you say.
All right, let's do this, man. When you get up to the door, man, he's gonna come out, man. He's too nice of a guy. Just ask for like a jump or something, you know, like your car's broken.
I was watching TV, and it's the only reason I was in the living room at that time. There was The Brave Ones, which is a story in New York about a woman that gets beaten in Central Park, and her husband gets killed. Then I hear this knock on the door. So that was kind of quirky, and it really kind of made me alert more than normal. Hello, who is it?
Hey man, my car just broke down, and my battery died, and I kind of need some jumper cables. I was wondering maybe if you had some jumper cables.
No, I don't.
Can I get your help anyway? Cause I don't even have a phone, man. You know, can you help me out?
You're gonna have to wait a minute.
All right, man. Hey, I'll be out here, so I got all the time in the world.
It's 10 o'clock at night, which is kind of late to knock on the door. And I just got a bad feeling about this, and I happened to have my gun laying on the bed because I was going to go to range tomorrow because I had never fired the thing. It was loaded with a couple of different shells I was going to test out. I always put my wheel parallel to the door, you know, if I don't know the people. And I had the gun in my right hand. I put it behind the door, and then I open the door, and all I see is this guy with a beard, mustache, and he continues to ask me 4 or 5 times, oh, our car's stalled, our battery's dead, can you give us a jump?
Now all I need to do is, like, you know, hook the cars up and stuff like that.
You know, if it was during the daytime, you know, can't you go get somebody else to help you?
We could get it done in like 2 seconds.
I'm in a wheelchair, you know.
Come on, you know, this is just an easy piece of cake, so is it all right?
Yeah, I can't, I'm not gonna go out there, I can't do that. It's too late.
Come on, man, it will be easy, man. We can
I'm definitely not gonna go outside. I heard his last gasp. I was looking out the front door, keeping my gun handy just in case he'd come back. You know, I couldn't get into the house to call the police because he was blocking both entranceways.
Help!
And then I started looking at him. I said, gee, that looks like Jeff. Well, I can't lift myself up. It took me at least 10 minutes to get myself composed because it's like I was drained. Now, I still had to worry about the other guy that was doing all the talking. I don't know where he was. But I'm looking to the side of the garage, and I'm looking, you know, where he could be hiding on either side of the house. I still have to be alert because I don't know where he is. I go all the way down to the road, and I don't see anything. I proceed across the street and told him to call 911.
Hello, can you call 911, please? I'm your neighbor from across the street.
I've already called the police.
I came back and I waited in the entranceway and stayed outside until the police came. They came really quickly, probably less than 10 minutes. The detective came and he said, well, throw your gun down. Well, I told him the whole story from beginning to end. They were very respectful. I said, you know, I might know this guy.
Go check it out, okay?
It really bothers you, I have to say. If you kill somebody, it's not meaningless. You know, you ended somebody's life. I mean, it's a horrible thing to do, okay? But at the same time, I'm thinking, well, what happened if I didn't? I've had a lot of people stop in the area here. They've congratulated me, sent me cards. They've, you know, said if you need any help, they gave me my phone number. Everybody was very supportive. You know, my sister especially said, you know, almost immediately, I'm gonna come down and visit you. You know, I'm glad you're alive. Neighbors, they call me up, they say, I'm glad you're alive because I'd miss you. In Florida, you can carry a gun and it's legal, and I got it for that reason. Self-preservation. There's nothing wrong with protecting yourself. That's an instinct every living person and every living thing actually has, is to live. And if your life is worth something, you're gonna go and protect it.